How's it going, everyone? I just thought I'd do this bit of a video. It's a little bit of a rant and some information, so you'll have to bear with me. I get asked quite a lot if I've got a website, and the answer is no. And the reason for that is simply because by the time I put a snake on the website for sale, regarding picture, description, cost, all that sort of stuff, 9 times out of 10 guys, the snake's sold. So I have to take it all back down again. And if I haven't got time to do that, then that snake's left up there, and then you guys go to the website, have a look, get all excited about buying that snake, and it's gone. And that's what I tend to see happen a lot with other breeders' web pages. They just simply haven't got the time to upload or even take down snakes, so it sort of becomes a bit of a bugbear, let's say. So you get really angry that well, he's got it advertised on his page and now he's telling me he ain't got it. So the way I do things is I don't have a web page. Obviously I've got YouTube, I've got Instagram. If you want to message me, I do have a contact video with contact information, which include email and phone number. You can message me on Instagram. Don't message me through YouTube because I can't see them. For some unknown reason, I can't pull them off. So I apologise to all those people that have messaged me through YouTube on private message, and I can't get to you guys because I can't really find on YouTube where you can access that. Obviously you can leave comments below and stuff like that I do try and reply back to. So I don't have a website simply because guys, being honest, I'm too busy dealing with you guys directly, either via email or text message or WhatsApp or Instagram messaging, and again, by the time normally I show animals on a video, they tend to get swiped up straight away, so the website will basically be empty. You can message me and ask for a price list. There isn't much on there, guys, because again, once I show that animal on the video, they tend to get snapped up sharpish. So for those of you who are interested in snakes, please, the minute you see that video go up, get on to me, message me, ask me, have I got a price? Do I know whether I'm selling it, X, Y, Z, all that sort of stuff. So that's the best thing I can advise you guys do. I don't have one of them click and add to the trolley cart sort of websites at all. So it is what it is, guys. Okay. The main reason for the video was because I'm just amazed by people's lack of common sense when buying an animal. And guys, I don't mean this with no disrespect or anything like this, but it frustrates me because you guys work hard, you earn money, and then you just hand over the money to this person and you get stitched up, and it really winds me up. I've been there, we've all been there, don't get me wrong, but I just feel that I need to put this out. As a buyer, we're going to talk as a buyer, what you can do if you're buying an animal you know nothing about, or you don't know the combo, or you don't know anything like that to do with the animal, then the best thing you can really do is research. I said it before and I'll say it again: research, research, research. Look at the combo. Guys, you've got Google on your phone, you've got Google on your laptops, whatever. Go on Google the combo or the gene that you want to buy and look at how it should look. So you're going to look at the identifying markers, any particular colour eyes, blue, green, grey, silver eyes, whatever. Look at its pattern, look at the coloration, any belly markings, anything like that. Guys, you need to be researching this. You need to be looking at it. Knowing the morphs is another thing you need to do. So for example, take a nuclear. A nuclear is a butter fire, not a lesser fire, it's a butter fire. And yes, there is a difference between the one and the other one, between a lesser and a butter. Excuse me. So you need to know the morphs that you're buying. You need to be knowing what is a name of a combo that you are buying. Like I said, a nuclear is a butter fire, not a lesser fire. Okay, and the reason why you need to know what you're doing with regarding the different names and that sort of thing is because at the end of the day, if you want to make a certain combo, then sometimes if you get them mixed up, like I said, the butter and the lesser, they do look different, and you can tell a difference. The combos can look maybe not the way you want them to look. So my advice would always be check your combos, check your morphs, all that sort of stuff before you go and buy. Simple. Stuff like if you're particularly after a male or a female, make sure the breeder shows you, would you mind popping it or probing it, whichever they want to do or feel comfortable doing. If they're not willing to do that, then walk away. I'm sorry, but for me, I want to be shown that is a male. Obviously, I'll check it myself, but obviously, I'm going to ask them. Would you mind if I check the sex of the animal? If they object or they will not show you, then my advice would be walk away. Simple. If you're buying a het, any type of proof that this is what it is. Paperwork can be forged, so don't be brought into the old paperwork scenario. Oh yeah, it comes with paperwork, this, that and the other. For me, if I was going to buy a het, I would be buying it off a reputable breeder, someone who's got a good reputation, that if it turns out not to be what it is, that would likely pretty much turn around and say, okay, I'm sorry, here is a 100% het or a visual, however they want to put the problem right. So for me, I would only be buying hets off a reputable person. Paperwork can be forged, so don't be fooled by paperwork. And the markers that everyone tends to look for on het pieds and this, that and the other aren't always 100% right. You can Orange Dream have het pied markers, some of them do, or most of them do. So, I could be selling you an Orange Dream that's het for pied, and I could blag it and say, yeah, look, they're the pied markers. Don't work that way, guys. Okay. So my advice to you would be, if you're buying hets, make sure you're buying from someone reputable, who has a reputation, who has a duty of care to you, who offers a decent customer service, and if there is an honest mistake made, they are willing to put it right. In the UK, at the reptile shows, or majority of the reptile shows, we are not allowed to advertise who we are. So I couldn't stand there with balls to you, banners, t-shirts, all that sort of stuff, simply because there's a bit of a grey area and we're not allowed to. So in the UK, we have to get details. We can't hand out business cards or anything like that. So in the UK, we have to get details of or from the person that we're buying from. Now, if you go to a table and you buy a snake that's a lot of money and you walk away without getting the person's name, without getting the person's contact number and email address, then unfortunately you're crazy. You're absolutely mad. You've got to get the person's details, because if you have a problem, then you can contact that person. Again, feeding records. We're not meant to be handing over feeding records. We're meant to send it out, as far as I'm aware. To me, a feeding record isn't nothing. For no reason why you can't hand it out, but there we go. So again, you want to be getting the person who you're buying the snake off to send you the feeding record. Okay. If that person says who they are, there's nothing stopping you from researching the breeder there and then. Got a marvellous thing called a mobile phone. you've got Google, and I suppose 95% of people have got access to Facebook, or 95% of people who are breeding snakes nowadays are on Facebook. So quickly drop on there, quickly do a quick Google search, find the people, have a look, see if they've got any history of selling the snakes, previous posts to do with that particular animal, and any feedback. Feedback is important, because ultimately you don't know this person, you've never dealt with this person, so the best thing to do is get other people's feedback who have dealt and spoke to this person before, and deal with this person before. So research the animal and the breeder. At the end of that, if it still rings alarm bells, then walk away. Okay, if you need time to think about it, if you're unsure, just walk away. If you come back and the snake's gone, it's gone, it wasn't meant to be. Okay, but that walking away will give you a chance to have a proper think, and to look at it with a level head, and choose whether or not to buy that animal. Now, the other side of the coin is buying with a price tag. So if you're going to buy that animal because it's cheap, now I'm sorry guys, if you're going to buy an animal that's cheap, then you're on your own. Unfortunately, as it is with anything in this world, if it's cheap, it's normally too cheap or too good to be true. That is the same with the reptiles, as far as I've seen. If you're buying it with that price tag, then be prepared that that animal may not be what it is, or it may not last, or for whatever reason, I don't know. There are bargains you can get out there, don't get me wrong. I love a bargain, but again, I pay my money, I take my chances. So don't buy with your eyes regarding the price tag. Buy with your eyes regarding how that snake looks. Look at the whole package, not just the animal you're buying. Look at the customer support, look at the information that the breeder's got with that animal. Guys, paint a picture for yourself. Have a look at the animal, have a look at the breeder, build up a sense of, is this person telling me the truth, or have they just brought it from another show and they've brought it straight to this show and now they're selling it, which is classed as a flipper. Some people do go and buy animals from other shows and then bring them back and then put them up for sale, acting like they've bred them and they've produced them, which isn't always the case. So be mindful of that. So you, as the person let's talk about the breeders that are selling the snakes. Well, for those who are ripping people off, you are making a rod for your own back and creating problems for yourself. People nowadays will name and shame, and I'm not sort of saying they're going to go on Facebook and start slagging you off. For those of you who think going on Facebook and slagging people off is the right way to do things, it isn't. Make sure you act professional in whatever you do, and remember, if you've got text messages off the breeder has also got text messages as well. So if you go on there acting like you're the saint and you've done nothing wrong in this, bear in mind the breeder can come back and actually expose you if you have been telling porkies and you have been really the cause of the problem. So going back to the breeders, if you choose to sell something that really isn't what it is, then be prepared to be shocked. Okay, be prepared for people to find where you are on Facebook and warn other people, hey, listen, this breeder tried to sell me this and it wasn't what it was. So be prepared for that. And then what will happen is, come next year when you're breeding animals and you've got all these animals to sell and you're wondering why you're not selling these animals, the reason being is probably because you've got a bad reputation. For me, my reputation isn't worth the cost of a snake. Okay, so my reputation is worth a lot more. So ultimately, like I'm saying, guys, to both of you, the sellers and the buyers, just do your research, know what you're doing, know what you're buying, make sure you're buying with confidence, let's say. And to those people who are selling, be mindful, because that person, if you are deceiving that person, then that person, or he could come around and bite you on the ass. Okay, guys, so don't make a bad name for yourself. You know, we're trying to wean out the crooks in this hobby and the people that go around ripping people off, and we want nice, genuine people in this hobby. Okay, everyone, so sorry about the rant, a little bit different. I just wanted to try and help some of you guys who are buying snakes, and for those people who are selling snakes, you need to be mindful of what you're doing. Okay, everyone, on that note, I'll speak to you guys soon. I've got more videos coming as normal, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care, everyone.